How you doing, everybody? I just want to talk about this whole Kobe situation and how people are like, oh, just let him mourn and no need for the conspiracy theories and trying to investigate further to what's happening and so on and so forth. My response is, why not? I love Kobe just as much as anyone else. I'm a huge basketball fan. I've always cherished the battle of, or even the conversation of Jordan and Kobe, especially because I'm a huge Jordan fan. So, anyways, besides that, I just want to say something, okay? There's too many coincidences of this death for Kobe Bryant that how can you not talk about it more than what's being spoken about? Okay, first of all, he was dealing with a court battle for a patent of a trademark name for a pharmaceutical tech company that wanted to brand their dietary pills with saying Black Mamba. Their excuse was there's a boxer, Roger Mayweather, who uses the name Black Mamba. So pretty much the court battle escalated to now it's going to go to trial. So meaning most likely the pharmaceutical company is going to lose. So that's one thing to think about and to actually look further into. Another thing is, I'm not a pilot. I don't know how to be a dispatcher at an airport. I don't know how the airport works or how landings and takeoff, departure times and shit like that work. I don't know none of that, okay? But I am concerned a little bit on how that footage of the helicopter was, they just had them waiting around 15, 20 minutes. Could have been the conditions of the weather that had them kind of playing musical plane and chopper to see who's going to come in and land first and so on and so forth. Why did they direct that chopper northbound to where they knew their communication was very scarce? Like, if you know your communication isn't well to go that way, why are you going to send any chopper or plane that way, especially knowing the conditions of the fog? The fog, okay? So if you knew that, and you knew the chopper was flying already too low, why would you allow the chopper, tell the chopper, like, look, you don't want to fly that way in these conditions at that altitude. You would fly too low. Communication isn't great, so we won't be able to keep in contact with you. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into play where just lead me to believe that this is more than just a fatal, tragic accident. Like, it's sad, and the worst part is that 9 people died on that. It wasn't like just Kobe Bryant was traveling. It's a lot more lives being affected by this. I don't know if that was just the game they wanted to play to help keep us on a different scent, to cry conspiracy and to figure out it wasn't. So then they can kind of throw off the whole conspiracy theories, which was created by the CIA. But that's a topic for another day. So I'm just really concerned mainly at the fact that we, at this moment, are more worried about his accolades and certain things that portrayed, even the fact that people were trying to come out and say that, oh, but he was a rapist or a cheater or whatever the hell people want to call it to be. Like, come on, Martin Luther King cheated on his wife. There's a lot of other great people in this world who did wrong, who are not complete fucking assholes. Like, nobody's perfect, so. But let's get back to this, and if you know more about this and you know something that I mentioned and you have more information on it, please feel free to comment below. I would love to talk to you because it's starting to get too crazy. The Me Too movement, the whole sacrifice of celebrities and the whole Illuminati and one world government and so on and so all that, we need to talk about that, and that needs to be addressed more often. We need people to wake up because we're so blinded and distracted by everything else, entertainment, alcohol, sports, working, mainly work, because work is one of the biggest scams in the world. Like, there's no reason why we should have to work 2-3 jobs to maintain a basic living. There's no reason why one parent shouldn't be allowed to maintain a household on a minimum wage even. You know what I mean? So there's too many factors to go into play with all this that we need to communicate more, talk more, and we need the minority to become the majority, even though we already are. We're just led to believe we're not, okay? So don't let fear be your reason for not wanting to conquer your goals or even take that one step forward to do better. And let's start talking to each other more, communicating with each other more, our neighbors, friends, families, because we're talking to each other, communicating with each other is when we'll get more answers. Listening to the news and reading the newspaper and even Google and all that, it's kind of hard to really distinguish on what's a fact and what's opinion. So, or even what's a false flag or whatever you want to call it. So let's look for more information. Let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, we need to stop letting these one percenters or elites or big corporations and politicians, let's stop getting jerked around or stop being taken advantage of. Okay, let's stop that. So let's read more into this. Let's get all the details, as much details as possible, and let's figure out why the chopper was held back for so long. Let's figure out what was going on with the court battles with him and the big pharma company with the dietary pills. Let's find out what more information we can find out to figure out why would they take such a great legend like Kobe Bryant. The man was astounding. He was a pillar to society where you think when you want to be somebody in life, he's definitely one of the people think of. Like, I want to be like that person. So we need to find truth, guys. Let's find the truth.